But House of Blues was fun. I miss it. I hate that it's not in LA anymore.
I do too, bro. The fucking I met Suge there one time.
Have I ever told you my Suge story?
Nah, what is it?
So like a girl that I just dated for a while, it was like right after I got divorced, and we were at a party at her house, and Suge married us in a backyard. Like obviously not a real wedding or anything, but married us. It was wild.
You told me this.
Yeah.
You told me this. Yeah.
It was the craziest. And that's when like Suge was most feared. Like he was like probably the most feared man in hip hop. You know? He would just run around with us.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Did you ever catch him jamming the Blink?
Nah, I mean he would be like, "Oh yeah, you're that rock guy, whatever." You know, he would be like he knew who I was, but like it was just wild. Suge would come hang with us, you know?
It's on me.
Yeah, I think so. Unless you win.
This is ugly, man.
You have one more or no?
No, I can't do anything. Like you obviously wanted to do it.
We're missing one though. That's wild, right? Okay.
Oof. Okay. Well,
And then, yeah, and I would.
yeah,
The goal is like, see it how I ended up.
Got you.
Corners.
Okay.
That's it.
I'm down with this game.
First game of the film. We have like 2 more people we could talk to. Daniel, 1 more. Shall we?
Okay. So this is a nice board, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the other board is like green. Yo.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick. Hey, I got a question for you, Trav.
Okay.
So was it Kels that convinced you to buy that Harley the other day, or what's got you interested in that?
Okay, so like he said, was it Kells that got me into getting a Harley?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yo, what a fucking Harley, dude.
Yeah. No, so like I grew up, like my dad rode a Harley for like 60 years. And then he had gotten in like 3 motorcycle accidents, like bad ones. So I retired him from his bike. You know, he's about to turn 80. So like I always grew up on a Harley, and then a bunch of my friends ride, and just I don't know, man. Around the same time I got an itch to get a Harley, Harley reached out and was like, "Yo, can we gift you a Harley?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." But I've already laid it down twice, so I don't know how long or how much I should be riding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My same with mine twice too.
Yo, it was the most humbling thing ever, like to have it like fall and land on me. Even going a low speed was like very humbling and like kind of woke. Because I was also riding. I didn't even have a helmet. I rode for about a week straight without a helmet, just close to home. I could have got a ticket, got hit by a car. Yeah. But luckily I was like low speed, and one time just like putting the kickstand down. It has like this weird kickstand that if it doesn't like push and I don't hold it with my foot, it doesn't stay down. And twice the bike just landed on me. So yeah, it was like humbling, and now I'm like more woke and I don't know, just like cautious.
I slid into a car on Benedict Canyon.
No.
It was like they were doing like construction, and they had like a bunch of wood chips or like sand, like whatever, like they were doing on this house, like was in the street. And I was going, I was probably, as soon as you catch those like straightaway streets, you go 50, 60. And then, as you come up to the curb, you're like, all right, you're hitting 35, 25. And then there's this interesting fact they always say where it's like your bike goes wherever your face is looking.
Yeah, wherever your head's turned. Yeah.
Is that right? And for some reason, I couldn't stop looking at the woods, like the sand dust and shit.
Yeah.
And I was just having this thought, like, fuck, dude. what if it, what if I slip on? I couldn't stop looking at it, and instead of hitting the turn, my bike, I'm turning it with my hands, but my head's looking at all this shit that's on the road, and fucking dude, it just slid and it went into a car. It was
Damn.
That was like, yeah, and I was by myself on that one. I was kind of, and then the other time was the same thing. Like I was like on a hill and I went to put the stand down and it tipped over.
Yeah, and it's like surprise.
Those motherfuckers are heavy.
Yeah, it's got 500 pounds or something. I got that shit up twice.
Kels, you've got a road glide, don't you?
I got a road glide. Yeah. Wait, what is yours?
I got a lowrider S.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Is that fat boy?
It's big, yeah.
Yeah, it's a big. Yeah.
It's much lighter, but yeah, the road glide, like.
Yeah, dude, the road glides and the Road King, bro, is like 800-900 pounds, bro. They're heavy as hell.
Yeah, I weigh like $140, so I was really happy to know I could just lift that bitch up when it fell on me.
Yeah. Well, keep the content coming, man. I love seeing bikes, man. I ride, and it's sick to see you guys riding too. So keep the content up on that.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah.
For sure. All right, I'll let you guys go. Thanks for answering my questions. Keep kicking ass. Hey, Trav, I'm going to see a Kenny Hoopla show in Lakes because of you. So thanks for that, bro.
Yeah, have fun. Tell him I say what up.
Okay, will do. Okay,
Bye.
peace.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was like, when it happened, it's crazy. Dude, I don't know if it's your adrenaline shit, but I just popped it right up, and I was like,
did?
Yeah, twice.
Oh, my shit. I was sitting there like, yo.
No, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it came, you know what I mean? It's like when you get hit or like you're in a car accident or shit, like when I was in a plane crash, like just immediate, like survival mode, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, wanting to make sure my leg's okay. I'm like, you know what I mean? My bike's okay. Yeah. But
it's crazy how the bike, when it falls like that road glide, when it was one on its side, it like barely does anything to it.
Yeah, same. Right? My tank was all good.
I was like, shit.
Well, I think because it fell on me, the tank was all good. But, otherwise it would have been, if it just fell, it would have probably been bad.
Yeah.
But there's no better feeling than riding.
That's hard. I agree. It's unfortunate. I mean, I like to ride the helmet when you're on like the highways and all that stuff like that, just because it kind of blocks the wind and all that shit from your face. But dude, when you're cruising PCH and shit, like it's super nice without the helmet. Just riding shit.
Yeah, the best is like your
But I don't fuck with when you're in traffic in cars.
No, splitting lanes,
like pull out in front of you and all that shit. I think about the times when I'm in my car when I would be in my ass and then I would just like hit the lanes like crazy and there would be someone on a bike like right there
and you just miss them.
Fuck.
Yeah, it makes me like more cautious knowing that I bet everyone has almost done that.
Or like the nights, like I did this one on the 405. It was probably like 2 a.m. I was going home and like the wind was so gnarly, bro. It felt like the bike was like hydroplaning via the air the whole time. Like it was, and like you're clenching so hard that when you like get off the bike, your muscles are sore. Like you just did the whole fucking
just holding the clutch.
Just holding the clutch.
Yeah, it's a workout
for sure.
It's good. Yeah, I don't know how the boys ride like 100 miles per hour.
This fool, I'll tell you, this fool is fucking making that Vegas trip like probably like twice, like once every 2 months or something. Like I'm like, why do you do that on his bike? Fucking straps up his leather. He comes home and shit. His whole face is burnt as shit. Just smiling. Like, that was the best ride. I'm like, no, it wasn't.
Just adventurous as a mother.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. Well, this was fun.
This was good. It was good. It's nice losing to you in every board game. Now it's amazing how you've taken me on a board game tour, and I've lost all of them except for Connect Four
and ping pong.
Ping pong, I'm great.
You're good at ping pong. Remember when Carl went your ass at ping pong?
See, like, even if you can't do it, someone in the family has to do it. It's really funny.
No, Carl whoops and Daniel's good at ping pong.
Are you really?
Yeah, he's really good.
To be honest, like, Carl got by on one game, so we're talking about a series of like 6 or 7.
It just sucks that Megan was there to see it.
You know, and that was what it was. It was like my girl was there, my daughter was there. He just made sure my whole entire family tree.
Everyone was there.
Yeah, and like it was the one game that they were like paying attention. They weren't like doing other stuff. They were like, "Oh, let's see."
No, there was like a room full of people all watching.
Yeah.
That was so good.
I think we had just released a single or something. Like I was feeling super on top of the world. Like we just keep this winning streak going, and it was like got smoked.
Wait, what's the next single gonna be?
We'll do take Makeup Sex to radio and drop that maybe acoustic that we worked on, and then I think the fans probably got to pick a single, or we drop the deluxe and we do More Than Life, since that's actually not far away.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I feel like, you know, I feel like the albums that we've made like almost get better over time. So maybe like throughout the tour, kind of like read what the crowd is reacting to the most and see how like, I mean, I feel like that's the cool part about Mainstream Sellout and Tickets to My Downfall. Like those albums don't really ever like die. That those sounds are just like, sonically they're going to be great now, and they're going to be great 10 years from now, or 5 years from now, or a year from now. So I think maybe one of those things will have like their pop off. I also think Fake Love Don't Last on some, if we're talking about like catchy whatever shit, like when we did that at the release party, just felt right. Felt like a good.
Did Ian come out?
Yeah, Ian came out. And
that one's so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's undeniable. And anything on the album, you could honestly make a video to people.
Yeah, totally, man. All those, like, Sid and Nancy, Twin Flame. I mean, like, even hearing a couple people say Sid and Nancy on this call, I'm like, okay. I'm kind of just listening to everybody. It's weird not having, like, a Downfalls High or something for this album.
True.
But with that comedy that I directed, like I laced a lot of the soundtrack or like the sounds in the movie with Mainstream Sellout. So
nice. So it kind of
I feel like it kind of like serves like that purpose. Like you're watching something visually and then getting it, and then we're touring, and then we're actually playing shows together in massive places. So, and that's like kind of the immediate payoff. Whereas Tickets, like we had to wait 1.5 years to tour it.
Yeah.
So I feel like where we didn't have certain things on Tickets, we have them now. And if we don't have certain things that we had on Tickets, we have other things. So
yeah.
What would you have the next single be?
I mean, Makeup Sex is so good that obviously seems like the next single, but then I think like Drug Dealer Girl would be so cool to have like make a video for and like give it like attention, you know?
You know what's a trip is that like, is speaking of like Wayne shit, is just seeing the reaction of A. Like I was in a bowling alley earlier and this dude came up to me. He was like, "Oh, this is crazy. I was just listening to A." Like that was such a song that I was not planning on it being like an impactful record beyond what it was. And it was like, I was always loving how Wayne sounded on Drug Dealer.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, this is like pop punk Wayne. This is so sick. But the way that A goes off is crazy, dude. Like,
yeah. And it's like, I don't think you've had like that type of like, you want to call that a rap song, whatever you want to call it.
It's a vibe.
It's just vibey and it's not like, I don't know.
Same with like Die in California. To also for y'all to know, this motherfucker Trav almost killed me. We did like 15 versions of Die in California, probably more. That record got redone so many times. I feel like the first version of that song, I had like a 2-minute verse.
You really did.
It was like a 2-minute verse, and then we were like, all right, it's a 5-minute song right now. We need to like chill out.
But we have to do that. I was saying like when I did my interview yesterday in that documentary, like you and I will both go in and we'll make 20 different versions of a song and exhaust every idea. So we know
For sure.
We've made it as
the one
best as it can be.
Definitely.
You know?
Like the regret factor would really suck. It was actually bittersweet listening to songs that we didn't release yesterday, because some of those I really did feel like fuck, like that would have fit perfectly on the album. But I feel like, you know, for those listening, we can go #1 again when we drop the deluxe, and we can fucking light everything back up again. These new songs, because they're really, really good.
Yeah. Cool. That's our hour, right? Awesome. Cool. Thanks everyone for listening. Peace.